Okay, so I can see that this is working, but I'm not a huge fan, and this pause isn't really working the way I want. So what I think I need to do is, okay, so basically I want this time delay. I want 20 measurements a second. So instead of just taking a measurement and pausing and taking a measurement and pausing, because I think that might be what's going on here, I'm going to explicitly tell it to take a measurement at a specific time, if that makes sense. Okay, so basically I'm going to use, I don't know if you remember the TikTok, but remember how I can go tick and it'll like, and then I can say talk and it'll be like that many seconds and talk again and that many seconds and that many seconds and that many seconds. Okay, so I want to use that and I want to be like, okay, so I'm going to start with a tick. Okay, so I've started the clock and then I want to take a measurement. And let's say that while I'm taking the measurement, now for pause, instead of pausing for that value, basically what I want to do is I want to take, so like if I do it at time 0, so if my pause value is 0.05, I want to take a measurement at 0, 0.05, 0.01, or 0.1, 0.15, 0.2. Does that make sense? So basically, depending on how long it takes me to make that measurement, because I don't know if you've noticed, but it takes a little bit of time to respond back and forth with this Arduino. So what I think I want to do is I want to tell it, see what time it is now, and then based on what time it is now, like, so whenever it makes this time, so let's say it's going to make this time at talk. Okay, so this is where I am right now. So I'm making the time at talk. Okay, does that make sense? So at time talk, I'm reading this voltage. I'm going to be like, okay, so currently the time is talk, or time index, plus pause value. And this is, I don't know what I say, when I want to take the next measurement, I think. Does that make sense? Yeah. So at that time plus the pause value is when I take the next measurement. But it depends on what time it is now. So hold on, time, I think I can fix this later. It is now is the current talk, okay? So I want to pause for the difference between this time, because this time might be like 14 and this time might be 13 milliseconds or whatever. So I think that's what I want to do. Okay, so I'm going to go time to pause equals this. Hold on, I swear I know what I'm doing. Oops. Okay. This might be completely garbage, so I'm just going to make an index of 10. All right, so I don't know what I'm doing, but we're going to see what happens. Okay, but I think this might solve a problem, but it might make more problems. It'll probably make more problems before it solves any. But let me hit run, and then whenever that parse value stops, whoa, ponk. Oh, that went too fast for me to respond. Okay, I guess I have to do that. Okay. And ponk, 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 ponk. Okay, that didn't seem to help a whole lot, but it did seem to take a lot more measurements, didn't it? Okay, what's going on here with my, so time it is now, when I want to take the next measurement, time to pause, time to pause, time to pause. Let me see what all this, so I'm going to just do this and see what the time to pauses are. I can just run it. I don't even really have to try to hit anything. Meow. Meow. Okay. So it's not making a huge difference. I thought that that might make a difference, but it doesn't really. Okay. Let's see. What else could I be doing? Oh, haha. Did you know that whenever the little thingy comes out of the sensor, comes out of the whatever, that it doesn't record anything? Yeah, so that was what was going on. So now I'm going to do this again. Ah, look. Now this is doing what I want. Meow, meow. Look. Every time I push on the gummy bear, it goes up and down. Gummy, 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 gummy. Okay. Okay, that was funner. Okay, so I can make a gummy bear squishy game.